Hello and welcome back to Littlest PetCast. I'm your host James, and today we are going over the songs of Season 3 in the third bonus episode for Season 3, which I guess was a little self-obvious. And just as always, I will be putting little snippets of the songs that I'm to describe, so that you can kind of understand more where I'm coming from and get a sense of what's going on. Also, before we begin, I will say, since I'm went with the Netflix order, I'm also going to do the Netflix order for this. So, if you find it on YouTube somehow, like these songs on YouTube, they will appear in a different order than how I'm presenting these songs. And one more quick thing. I can't dance around this. I've already mentioned the YouTube channel that I get these from. I'm not going to mention it again because they changed their name the last time I mentioned it by name. And even though it's unlikely that that was my fault, part of me still blames myself for that. But that channel has songs on it that I'm not going to represent just because, I don't consider them songs. They're more like joke songs, or songs to facilitate a joke or an idea rather than a song that's a song in and of itself. I have maybe one or two of those, but the channel I get them from has more. So, with that said, we are going to look at the songs now, and we are starting off with Secret Cupid from Secret Cupid. Okay.
Secret Cupid is my name. Some think I'm cuckoo. My secret's not too secret though, 'cause love's what I do.
So this is one of those songs that feels more like it could facilitate an idea rather than it being a song in it of itself. But I still think that there is enough there for it to work for the purposes of this bonus episode. So, I just put it in there because I like it. I think it's a fun song. It's a good gag throughout the episode. I just really like this song. I guess I really don't have a lot to say outside of that. It's just ukulele music. It's basically at least 1/3 of the songs in Steven Universe, but in this show. And Steven Universe was going on when this episode was airing. It hadn't reached its height of popularity, I don't think. But it was still there. Hold on, I'm actually gonna look up what had it was still on season 1. It was okay, so that episode aired June 2014, June 21st, 2014. And the last episode of Steven Universe to air before that was Rose's Room. So it's pretty far deep into season 1. Like, it's still, like, in there. So, I have said more than I thought I could say about this after I started. But, again, I just really like this song. It's fun, it's carefree, and, like, I like the lyrics, because it doesn't, like, genderfy the love interest, because, like, it says, like, you can love most anyone, which is true, and then go ahead and try it on the next pet that you see. Pet is a gender neutral term. I went over this in the actual episode, but I just like it. Okay. I guess that's it. So then the next song on our list, if I can bring this up, here we go. It's Hanging by a Thread from Sleeper.
We've got to make it and we don't have time to fuss. Don't get too close to the fire. Living on the razor's edge, taking on life by the seat in our pants while we're hanging by a thread. Any minute we could lose and the jig is almost done. Could you give us a break here, please, yeah, Mr. Von Fuzzlebutt? Searching for the answers to all life's mysteries. I thought we were just trying not to get caught with Mr. Von Fuzzy Bee.
Man, this is just a fun song. Like, I said that this song is an 80s movie montage song, and it delivers on that front. It's just excellent. It goes to, like, the extent it goes hard, is what I'm saying. It's just, I have not done one of these in a while, so I might be a bit rusty, at least when I'm going into it. But like everything about this just, like, screams, like, 80s rock montage. And I am here for it. And, like, the montage that happens in it about them just trying to not get exposed for carrying around a sleeping raccoon is just funny. It's just funny. They do all sorts of stuff. Like, they even, like play instruments for him. Like, there's a section where, like, he's playing drums, but it's Sunil and Vinny. And, like, then he's playing guitar. And even at the beginning, there's this, like, scream stuff. And they move Mr. Von Puzzlebutt's mouth to match the scream. It's great. And, like, their costumes during, like, the instrumentation phase are great as well. They're, like, 80s rock as heck. Like, how do I even put this? Well, 80s rock, I guess. Like, I guess like Limousine-esque. Any band that Limousine takes inspiration from, that's basically what they kind of look like. But with, like, shorter hair. But it's still 80s. Like, Vinny has a headband that makes his, like, weird scale mullet thing, like, more of a mullet. Like, it's great. It's just, like, it just goes in on the idea of 80s movie montage. And, like Danger Zone or something. But about this situation. And it's excellent. Alright, I guess that's about it for that song. So, yeah, the next next song is Chase Away the Winter Blues from Snowstormin'.
People in Alaska, yeah, they do it many ways. If you ask them what it's called, I'll tell you, here is what they'll say. You just chase away the winter blues. There are many ways to choose. You can dip some candy apples. Don't mind if I do. You just chase away the winter blues. I'm not talking ballyhoo. You can play a movie star and have your friends do interviews. Oh, I like that! Grab some sofa cushions, stack them side by side. We'll build ourselves a pillow fort.
Did I make it way too high?
Chase away the winter blues. Ask the people in igloos. We can just start acting silly and hop around like kangaroos.
So, I think this song is generally very poppy. It's great. It's great. And, like, good pop, I guess. It's weird. Okay, let's start over. It's like it feels like a certain type of pop. Okay, I guess I can't really describe the type of pop without going into what song it reminds me of specifically, like rhythmically. It reminds me of Mika's Lollipop. It's kind of like that. It's like, chase away the winter blues. Da 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 da. It kind of feels like sucking too hard on your lollipop. Oh, love's gonna get you down. Kind of feels like that. It kind of feels like that. And that kind of pop is like generally what it feels like, but it feels very specifically like Lollipop by Mika. Oh, Jesus. That is a hard thing that I did not realize I had to keep apart until now. Oh jeez. But like unlike Lollipop, this song is completely upbeat. Or like Mika's Lollipop, like it like the lesson is kind of like, hey, be careful about love and romance. Whereas like this one is just, yo, let's cheer up. It might suck outside, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun, right? And like the imagery, it's this weird pastel artsy yellow that like, I mean, how do I just... That's like the color of the thing. There are more colors? Like, there are definitely more colors. Like, but it has this yellow pastel filter. And I don't know. It's just... It feels like that specific kind of pop. Like, Passion Pit is another... artist I would describe under this style of pop. So generally, I don't know how to describe it other than like Mika or like Passion Pit. Or Zed maybe? It's weird, I don't know. Weird techno-ish, but not really. I don't know. It's... I don't know how else to describe it other than like naming specific artists that it reminds me of. And specifically the one song it reminds me of. So Let's see what else. Like, I generally like all the activities they like list throughout the song. I wouldn't do all of them. Like, I'm not a horror person, so I wouldn't be too into this story about zombies who crochet. But I like that, like, Sunil is into it. And I like his delivery on it. Like, the way all of the animals in Blythe are harmonizing on it is really great. It's so good. And, like, their delivery just makes it really good. I don't know what else to say. It's just a fun, upbeat MIKA that I can't. MIKA and other artists like him like song. It's just fun, I guess. A lot of these songs are fun, which now that I'm saying that, I am getting flashbacks to me doing basically this. Like saying everything is just fun. And I guess when your goal is to make a show that is fun, you gotta have fun songs. So, that should be it for that song. Oh, yeah. Okay, I don't even know what I was doing. So the next song is A Perfect Day from Tongue Tied.
No, I won't worry, for today is a carefree, lazy-about day for me. Just sit back and relax with a book. Eating ice cream so I don't have to cook. I could stare up at the clouds as the birds sing their happy song. Oh, hello. I could take little naps throughout the day.
So, the funnest thing about this song is that it's essentially a Disney princess song about being lazy. But she deserves it, because, like, Blythe has been working hard, and this is her day off, and she decides to just, like, kick back, relax, and just, like, have time for herself. Because, like, between running the shop, going to school, running her own fashion thing, she deserves a break sometimes. And it's awesome. And, like, some of the lyrics as well, like, indicate that she, like, cooks and cleans and, like, takes care of the apartment, because Roger's not there a lot of the time. And, like, this is just a day for her to just not do any of that either. So, Blythe does a lot. And she deserves a break. Like, I love this song to pieces. Because, like, I don't know, it's an example of a classy parody, you could say. Because, like if someone were to, like, parody a Disney princess song, like, let's take Shrek, for example. Like, when they have, like, Fiona singing to the birds, like, it then goes in when, like, Fiona makes the bird explode. And the joke there is that wouldn't happen in Disney. And the joke here is, like, this also wouldn't happen in Disney, because, like, most princess songs, as explained in Wreck-It Ralph 2, are about, like, wanting something and, like, working to get it. And this song is about wanting something, but it's about wanting to do nothing. And it's amazing. And, like, they would not do this either, because it is the opposite of what, like, princess songs are usually about. Like, they're about wanting something. Like, they're about wanting something and being willing to go and get it, or maybe just waiting around. I have not really heard, like, much of the princess songs, like, pre-Disney Renaissance in, like, a while. So I could be mistaken on that. But, like, I don't know, something like Reflection, or I don't really know many Disney princess songs off the top of my head. Or, I mean, I guess, like, some of the stuff from Tangled and Let It Go. Why did I not think of Let It Go? Well, I know why I didn't think of Let It Go. I'm not the biggest Frozen mark. But my point is generally that, like, this is a parody of that, like, something Disney would never do, but it's also not being like, yeah, we're edgy and stuff. It's just, no, this is just a song about something girls really want, which is just a moment to themselves. But, I love that, like, even though it makes sense in the confines of the show, like, the parody even extends to animals doing stuff for her. And, like, that would make sense in the confines of the show. But it's a funny juxtaposition. Like, they even have birds fly in, and they, like, fly Blythe's dress to her, and, like, animals feed her, hold up books. Just it's great. It's very Disney princess. And I did get into, like, talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 because of this song, but that's just because I am a Kingdom Hearts mark. Like, that one's on me. But, like, this whole thing is just magical beginning to end, and it's amazing. But there is something else I want to bring up quick. So they have a calendar. There is a calendar. Like, I think I was maybe too distracted by the Disney Princess and Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff that I may have missed it, or I wasn't really too worried about a timeline yet, because I thought things were, like, maybe slower, but still, like, made sense at the time, because, like, the time thing, like, just between a Feud for Thought and If the Shoe Fits didn't make sense. That's where it, like, really just kind of, like, the divide was created. So, because I'm crazy, I went back. I have the calendar in front of me. It is Friday, March 25th, which this episode aired July 5th, 2014. But the nearest year where March 25th would fall on a Friday is 2016, and the year, like, that predates it would be 2011, which predates the entire show. So is it 2011 or 2016? Or I might just be looking too deep into this. But, you know, I spent a lot of the episode for this talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, so maybe I'm already too deep. But, oh, this is just fun and delightful. And, like, I included it in the thing because I felt I had to. But, like, when Blythe just falls asleep again in the middle of the song, That is just comedy gold to me. Comedy gold. And that happens again later. I wasn't sure which one to use while encapsulating the basic idea of the song. So that does it for this song. The next song is going to be My Biggest Secret from The Secret Recipe.
There are friends that you have for life, and I don't wanna feel like I have to tell you lies, and I would be there for you no matter what, and I know you feel the same, that who I am won't need to change, that I can be whoever I need to be. So I share with you my biggest secret, biggest secret. I share with you my biggest secret, biggest secret.
This song is just lovely. It's so sincere. It's just it touches my heart every time I hear it. It's well composed, it's well performed. Blythe pulls out an acoustic guitar, which she knows how to play because she had one in the first episode and she played it, and she does a really good job, and it's so heartfelt and sincere and very touching. Very touching. I don't really have too much to say on this. It's just, it gets me every time. It sounds country-ish, but not bad. I like the visuals are like so great. There's a spotlight on Blythe throughout it. There's like a film grain that goes over like past experiences that like highlight Blythe and Young Me's friendship and like Blythe's ability to talk to pets. And then there's this moment where like Blythe pulls in film Young Me and like as an emotional like welcome to my world. It's so sweet. I love this. It's so sweet. And yeah, okay. I'm going to get to the thing I talked about in the episode now. Is that without context, it does sound like a coming out sound. It's like I'll be there for you no matter what. Like, and I know you feel the same, that who I am won't have to change, that I can be whoever I have to be. It's very, very, like, coming out. It's like she's, like, in the episode, she's worried about what Young Me will think of her if she tells, if she tells her that she can talk to animals. But you can, like, switch around, like, talks to animals with is gay. And the song still makes sense without context. Like, the visuals are, like, more about the pets. And, like, I talk to pets. And, like, even, like, during the second chorus, it's, like, about Young Me getting to know, like, the pets better. And it's just, I can't. It's just too lovely. Perfect song. 10 out of 10 song. Alright, moving on. We're, God. Mood whiplash time. Mood whiplash, because we're about to go from this sweet, wholesome, maybe coming out song Like, it's just a big old metaphor, I'd say. Like, like that, the kind of song to treasure out of trash from fish out of water. That is a mood whiplash.
'Cause we make treasure out of trash. Garbage turned to gold in just a flash. Go ahead and dump your old bread. We can use it as a new bed. Send us stuff you're breaking and the leaves that you are raking. We'll take it 'cause we're down here making lots of treasure out of trash. A dab of sticky goo from this old ice cream cone. Behind the ear she makes a very wonderful cologne. The peel of a banana makes a delightful bandana. These french fries, if you please, are perfect for a set of water skis.
This is just a weird song. Like, it is probably one of the weirdest versions of VRcast ever. Like, I know it doesn't sound quite like VRcast. Maybe a little, but the overpowering French accent is just like, I can't not make the connection because of how overpowering that French accent is. And like, the song is about welcoming you to our environment. And hey, it's not so bad. It's kind of like Be Our Guest, but not really. It's just the French accent. And the thing is, in the episode, like, he just starts singing it at them. Like, he just appears and then starts singing. This is just a weird song. It's delightful, but very, very weird. And that's all I can say. Like, the visuals are about what you'd expect. They're just like, you know, with like usual dance and theater stuff, but with garbage. And it's just weird. I can't go into more of this. It's weird, slightly disgusting, but still kind of fun. So, the next song we're going on to is a different kind of girl from Room Enough. More mood whiplash, everyone.
Sometimes every day feels like every other day. Nothing ever changes, and you can't seem to get away. But nothing is stopping you from trying out something new. Let it all shine, let it all shine. Out with the old and in with the new. Get up and be something totally you. Yeah, take a rocket to a brand new world and be a different kind of girl.
So let's start by saying I like this song. Out of all of the chorus songs, it is my least favorite, but that's just because like the other two are more down to earth and serious, and this feels more fun, although like it has a positive message slightly undercut by the message the episode is going for. Like, that's my biggest problem with this song. Like, it is a positive message. If you want to change, you should change. Like, you don't need to be stuck in like this like cycle. If you want to change to be happy, change to be happy and do something you like. But like this episode is like Also, don't follow magazine trends, like, at all. Like, they're like, it's just, I can't, like, I can't deal with this. It's so contradictory. Like, if Blythe had kept something from her new room, like the like mask kind of blankets, those look good. Those kind of fit with your old room. Maybe in a different color, like, you know, pink on red on pink, rather, not pink on red. Red on pink, or even white on pink would look good. It's just that's just it. Like, the visuals are like Blythe doing like a bunch of DIY stuff, and it all is fine. Like, Blythe is a go-getter. Like, I don't, like, it's just like, this episode is really contradictory, and this song is at the heart of it, and that's all I can say about it. So the next song is If I Could Talk to the Humans from Pet Sounds.
If we could talk to our owners, we get to tell all the things they're doing wrong or not so well. You're about to use the salt instead of sugar.
Wipe your nose, you got a hanging booger.
I know you think the guy at the door is a mailman, but I can smell him, and it's a salesman. If we could talk to the humans, if they could hear the words we're using, just think how much we'd rap about all day.
So, this is a power ballad. It's a pretty good power ballad. It's very, very well crafted. And the subject matter is fun and interesting. And it's like, I need you to understand me, like a lot of power ballads, but they mean it literally in this instance. It's like, hey, what if all humans could understand us? Then there wouldn't be as many problems, or, you know, these problems. A whole new set of problems might arise, but you can talk now, so at least you can talk out your problems this way, instead of trying to infer things or make weird devices. And like, the like footage for it, like, it goes over like some of the stuff that they would do, but like they also have like Cheap at the beginning singing in the rain, and like at the end they're on a stage hand in hand, you know, like it's We Are the World or something. Like, we're united in this cause. And like, it's just like, we need you to understand. It's very fun and very interesting. And I guess that's all I have to say about this song. So the next song is Biscuit Family Business from A Night at the Plaza.
Embrace your inner villainy, release your inner ignominy. If you don't know what that means, then ask a friend.
What's he mean? Can he talk teen?
We make choices for expedience, forget if it's exorbitant. If convenience is convenient, that's the price. I mean, when you're in business,
the biscuit family business. You do not let your conscience make you
But we're
nice.
so nice, maybe too nice. We want to be in the business, the biscuit family business. We want to do whatever we must do.
If you couldn't tell, that's a straight up villain song. It is so good though. It is such a good, powerful, power hungry villain song. It has teeth and it will rip you to shreds, heroes. Or at least attempt to. Like, one thing I really like about the song is like the instrumentation. Like, it does a good job at like projecting an air of fear or villainy, but it's lower when Fisher is singing, but it's higher when the twins are singing. And I like that a lot. I like how the music balances out with the characters and how they represent each character well. Because, like, Fisher is like a stone cold businessman. Well, the twins are these, like, valley girl trying to be hip, pushing people down. They're two different types of evil, but they're together on a united front against something, and that is what makes this song probably the best villain song in the entire show. Like, there were villain songs in the past, but that's just like the twins. This is like a united front of villains. It's great and strong and powerful. And it projects all of this. It's very fun. And the visuals are like similarly dark, even when it's light. There's a lot of dark rooms, and like, you know, even when they're in the well lit, you know what? I'm just going to say it. The largest ever pet shop is lit like how Walmart is lit. It's bright, but it feels very unnatural. Like, I don't know. Like, even if you like turn on a light in a room in your house, like, it still feels more natural than the lights at Walmart. Walmart feels like its own thing. And I guess this is supposed to be like a parody of like stores like Walmart. But, like, there's even like a point in the song where it goes like colored outlines on black. And then there's like a puppet thing at the end. And it's just... it's so rich with villainy. It's so rich with villainy. I love it. Alright, so the next song. This is another song that I could have passed over, but you'll see why I'm not as soon as you hear it. It's You're the One from Proud as a Peacock.
Try, somehow you're gonna make it. Doing your best is the best you can do, and you won't be allowed to break it. It's never easy working hard, but you know what you gotta do. You're the one, you're the best, and you're putting your skill to the test. You're the one, it's on you, yeah, you got to share your views. You're the one, yes indeed, and you're giving it.
So the reason I kept this is because it's just funny. It's it's an 80s movie montage song. But like, I think Hanging by a Thread is better. This is just funny because it's very direct. It's like when in Elf, when Buddy like sings about singing, and he's like, I'm in a store and I'm singing, and stuff like that. It feels like that. It's a good joke, and I love it. It's fun. Alright, so the next song is A Skunk is a Skunk from Sue Syndrome.
It's a burden every day. Ooh, do nothing whatsoever to offend. Yeah, I would think so. A pleasant scent for everyone. Here's a task that I feel will never end. A skunk is a skunk. You should smell how you want to. That's just common sense. Smelling how you feel is your right. A skunk is a skunk, yeah, but try as I do. I just wanna be a real skunk like you.
So this is another sad-ish country song that sounds good. I mean, I like My Biggest Secret better, but this is a fine song. Like, I think I like it better because it deals with, like, a subject matter we've been getting to know as an audience, like, throughout the series, whereas this is, like, just a thing for an episode. And as good as that is, it, it kind of, it loses points because of the direct comparison that, like, it has. Like, the instrumentation might be a bit different, and, like, this is leaning more towards country, but it has a very direct comparison, and unlike last time in You're the One, this isn't like a joke. This is a proper song. And like the visuals for this, like it's just Pepper and Mitzi on a stage, just kind of like, pouring their hearts out and their scents out. It is what it is. It's a good song, but there's a better song in the season that does what it does, but better. Alright, so we're down to the last two songs for like the season proper, and then we have the three shorts afterwards. So let's get to crack-a-lackin' with Breathless from part 1 of It's the Pet Fest. Seriously, I can't not do it.
Let's go!
I'm breathless. Oh, whoa. I'm breathless. Been rehearsing every day, every song we learn to play, practice every single move, put it all out on the line. Never been a better time when there's nothing left to lose. To play the best show of our lives. To play the best show of our lives. You haven't lived until you tried. And I'm breathless 'cause I've never felt so alive.
So, I have said before that this is my favorite song from the entirety of the show. And I think it's for good reason, even if I can't quite sample the track well enough to encapsulate it. Because, like, the thing is, there's no clean version of this. There's always, like, voice clips and stuff, like, in it. There's no good, clean, just, like, song of this song. But I will tell you, like, I just generally like this style of music a whole lot, and it just feels so intense. And it's not like intense, but like it gets you riled up, it gets you ready. It's like, yeah, we can do it, and I love it. I just love it. It's such a good song. It just like, it's like talking about practicing and like going to do something. It's just, I really like this song. I might be bad at explaining why I really, really like something. Because I just really like it. I don't know what else to say. It's like, okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down. See what we can do. I like the style. I like the lyrics a lot. Like, the lyrics itself, like, they feel like they could be written for a band that does this style of music. And not just for this show. It feels like general enough where it can be real. And I like that. It feels well written. It just like, it gets you into it. It like sinks your claws in right away. And it just like makes you feel like energized. Like you should just do it. Like, I am breathless because I've never felt so alive. And this song makes me feel so alive and breathless. And it's just, it's great. Like, the visuals are them getting ready for Pet Fest in various different ways, like getting sponsors, making merch, getting the equipment, putting up posters, all of that stuff. It's really great. But I really just feel this song is strong on its own. And that's why I think it's like my favorite song in the entire show. I think there might be contention with one of the shorts, but honestly, like, listening to it again for this is just so good. It's just so good, and I just love it. Alright, so the next one is the last one from the show proper for this season, and it is Pets and Humans from part 2 of It's the Pet Fest.
Pets and humans, humans and pets, best friends forever. Together we're the best.
Now you play guitar in your bedroom. You cat purrs every time you get it into. Kind of person who used to be shy. Well, the bad turtle seems to get you out of your shell. But there's one more pet that I've got to sing about. She's a special one. She's a special one. A little pet, you see, I could never be without when she sings along with me. This is why we love our pets. We brighten up our lives. This is why we love our cats. They're always by your side.
Okay, so there is a lot to this song. So again, let's break it down. Let's start with the middle bit, which is the bit you heard first, actually, because I could not find a good way to cut around it without it being over a minute. So that's the best I can do. So the middle bit is more techno-y than the like two soul patches bits that like sandwiches it. Like, they still have the same beat, the same melody, but like this feels more techno-y, and the like two soul patches bits, like, they feel again like Breathless, but I still say Breathless is better because while the first verse is still a bit general, the second verse feels a little specific to the show, and that kind of takes me out of it. Because, like, okay, yeah, that's what I mean when I say, like, not specific to the show and I like it. Because, like, the Soul Patches are a band in universe, and it feels like that song was specifically written for the purposes of the show, instead of just being a song that they would do. And the first part of the song feels like that. It's more general. It talks about your pet, like you're supposed to relate to the person in the song, which you do. But then in the second verse, they talk about their specific pets. And it loses its generality for like a focus on these are the pets of the Soul Patches. And I don't think that's the best way to write a song. Like, I don't know. It just feels too specific for me. But still, like, the way the two styles come together at the end is really, really great. Really, like, meshes the two well. And it's expertly crafted because, like you had to do that at some point. And, like, the visuals is just, like, them performing, both the pets and the humans. And then also about, like, pet and human interactions. And, like, it's all good. But my favorite moment will always just be Roger coming out Gangnam Style. That never gets old because it is. It's just hilarious. I just find it hilarious. Okay, but that's gonna do it for the show proper. But we still have 3 more to go. So let's start with So Like Bored.
We could ski down our mountain. Faster, Francois! We could tour downtown city. What are these people doing here? We could buy lots of things. Cha-ching! That we think are real pretty. We could go to the dock, ignore Blythe and her friends. We could throw a pool party, just the cool kids attend. We could star in a movie with an acting award, but the chances are that we'd be so like bored. We're bored. We're so like bored. I'm almost asleep. In my mind, I just snored. We're bored. We'll press record, then we'll play it again. We're so like bored.
So this is a full techno-y song. And I think it's a pretty fun song that showcases what the Biscuits are like. Like, they could do anything, but they just aren't interested. They just, like, are so frustrated with themselves. And, like, they can do anything, so what's the point of doing anything? Because they'll just be bored, because they're bored with everything. They're bored with robots. They're bored with sentient slime they somehow created. And they're just, like, bored. And, like, the visuals of this are, like, really fun. It just, like, goes through all the stuff that they say, but they're just, like, really bored the entire time. And it's just really amazing and a fun showcase of what the Biscuits are like. Like, the only part I don't like about the song is the chipmunk vocals that they gave Cashmere and Velvet. Other than that, I think it's a fine song. Like, it's not, like, one of my favorite songs from the show by any stretch of the imagination, but it's still, like, a fun concept and, like, a really well executed one at that. So now we have OMG.
relaxation.
which is where he wants us to be.
But his relaxing was making us jumpy.
And it just doesn't work for me.
Dancing in the club,
Stomping in the mud,
falling on my face, sliding on the floor,
swinging off the lights,
chasing down some flies.
doing cartwheels till you lose control.
Is much better than a
So this song feels 80s techno or 80s new wave maybe. I don't know. The first band that jumped into my mind was like Talking Heads or Devo. Something like that. That's what it feels like to me. Like, it just has that kind of late 70s, 80s kind of like, you know, it's still basic-ish, but it's a new basic, I guess. It just feels like they're taking elements from like pure rock and like turning them on their heads. They're talking heads, if you will. And it just like, you know, creates this new sound. As for the song itself, it's a pretty fun song about how like active people are versus like relaxed people. But I mean, the joke at the end is that they fall asleep because they do so much. So even they have to relax, but like they can't purposefully relax. They have to be like doing something. And I don't think the short exactly takes away from that, but you know, it's still fun and like, hey, meditation might not be for everyone. It's just, you know, some people prefer to do all of this like fun stuff. And you know, they got to be active. And like the visuals for like the weirdest one is actually when they're in the like Om statement and like, you know, talking about it, because there's just it's black with a bunch of candles, and that's ominous as heck. But like when they're like doing stuff, it's just them doing stuff around the pet shop or, you know, in their imagination, and it's all fun. It's all really fun. Yeah, I guess there's really not that much to say. It's just a good, fun song about how some people are active. And last, but very certainly not least, we have What's Next.
Maybe I could fly in a hot air balloon, see the whole world from a bird's eye view. Maybe I could climb up the highest mountain. I don't know what's next, it's a world of possibilities. Hey, 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 hey. I'd like to visit rainforests in Chile. Hey, 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 hey. Discover for myself what's hiding there. Hey, 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 hey. Or maybe I'll try something 'cause it's silly. Hey, 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 hey. Like fly a plane and draw my face in the air. Hey, hey, hey.
This is just a sweet, sweet song. And I just love it. It's just so delightfully wholesome. It's just like Blythe planning her future, or at least making a list of things she would like to do in the future. But it's just so touching because like she wants to do all of this cool, amazing things. Like, Blythe, how do you plan like you're running out of time? Fight every night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Are you running out of time? Are you running out of time? I will stop. I will stop. I got into the beat on that. But, like, it's so good. Like, this was, like, the song that might have had contention with Breathless. And while I will say this is up there, Breathless is still, like, the best one in my opinion. But I really just like this. I don't know what else to say. It's just so peaceful and tranquil about, like, the future, which, like, to someone like me is big and frightening and scary. It's just relaxing, because, like, hey, there's just so much. I could do it. I can do it. That's the song. And I can do it because I'm Blythe. And it makes me feel safe and comfortable. And I love the fact that Blythe, like, wants to take her friends everywhere, because it's so good. It just gets me right in my heart. Okay, I guess that will do it for this bonus episode of the Littlest PetCast. Be sure to leave your comments and reviews on Shout Engine, on Apple Podcasts, on the Google Play Store, and wherever else RSS feeds go when it is hit with some mood whiplash. And be sure to tune in for the final bonus episode of Season 3, which is our usual recap. I will see you then.